Hello all, it's me again Sudarshan. I'm happy to see you all this week via my community outreach channel Get to Know GMOs. GMOs can help us adapt to climate change. Do you know how? Well, let us see today some facts about GMOs. Climate change. Everyone is talking about this recently. Climate change is already affecting millions of people, and its effects will become more apparent in the next few decades. The good news is that GMOs may be able to help on at least two fronts: insect-borne illnesses and carbon reduction. Insect-borne illnesses. Consider a tick that latches onto a migratory bird and then falls off its host in northern Canada. 50 years ago, that tick would have died quickly, too cold and hungry to survive. Good news for Canadians in the neighborhood. But today, the tick is much more likely to survive long enough to transmit Lyme disease. Both mosquito and tick-borne illnesses are increasingly common because of higher global temperatures. Insects and arachnids that carry diseases simply don't die as easily as they used to. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention announced in early May that the number of Americans getting diseases from tick, flea, and mosquito bites has more than tripled, in part because of the rising temperatures. Genetic modification offers one potential solution in the form of transgenic mosquitoes that can't compete as well as for major produce viable offspring. Though it might sound counterintuitive to release more mosquitoes or ticks into the wild, GM bugs could actually help keep populations down. When modified mosquitoes successfully mate with wild mosquitoes, they transmit a gene that makes all of the offspring die. This will cause a decrease in the overall mosquito population. Another more controversial approach is to engineer mosquitoes to pass on malaria resistance. Keeping mosquito and tick populations down controls the spread of viruses, such as dengue or West Nile, and tick-borne pathogens with huge public health impacts. To put it bluntly, the world would be better without mosquitoes. Carbon reduction. In contrast to a swarm of malaria-laden mosquitoes, carbon emissions are a largely invisible problem, but they have major consequences for the global climate. As policy-driven efforts move slowly to decrease greenhouse gas production, many scientists and engineers are looking for other potential tools and strategies. One carbon removal tool might be lurking in the ocean. Some varieties of coastal seagrass have a lot of potential to capture and store carbon. Using genetic engineering to add that ability to other seagrasses would make this a more viable way to capture atmospheric carbon dioxide. Growing transgenic seagrass will not stop climate change, but it does help us move in the right direction by decreasing carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. No single person can stop the expanding range of ticks or remove all the excess carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, but we can advocate for evidence-based policies surrounding GMOs. Just like other climate adaptation tools, GMOs could potentially help us to reduce the impact of climate change on humans and our natural environment. Well, let us find out more interesting facts about GMOs next week. Stay tuned. Until then, aloha from Sudi. Thank you and take care.